Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tonight's the night I'm breaking free. No chains, no rules, just me. I've been walking in the shadows, waiting for my turn. Playing by the rules, but they got nothing left to burn. Fire's in my veins, now I'm done with standing still. Gonna climb this mountain, bend it to my will. They said stay in line, just do as you're told. I was never made for a life so cold. The rhythm of my heart beats loud and strong. This is my anthem, my victory song. I'm ruling my own world, lighting up the sky, turning all the doubts into sparks that fly. I'm running with the thunder.
What's up, everybody?
Down, crown on my head, I'm alone in this town. I'm ruling my own world. Driving distance, soaring, soaring so loud. The streets are paved with echoes of the dreams they left behind. But I've got a map of courage and I'm steering my own mind. Let the neon lights guide me through this endless fight. I'll write my name in starlight before the break of night. They said stay in line.
Doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. TV King, Psychomania, Smokey, Alex, Mythical Cosplay Hero. What's happening, everybody?
I'm ruling my own world, lighting up the sky, turning all the doubts into sparks that
TF Gale, what's happening? Hey, I got a question for everybody right now.
never back down. Crown on my
Did
head,
you
I'm alone in this town. I'm ruling my
hit that
own
like and subscribe and follow button?
Driving distance, soaring guitar so loud. Oh, the fire's alive.
Oh, let's just knock it off with the intro music. I gotta shorten that down. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Let's go. Man, it has been one heck of a we're just gonna sit here and BS for a few minutes, let other people show up because we're just a little early, about 5 minutes. I'm doing well, doing well. But we got some stuff to talk about tonight. We had a great time at Rocky Mountain Rep Rap, and I'm hoping that next year I'm going to have a booth. Actually, I'm not hoping. I'm going to make it happen. Let's put it that way. It's just such an experience, you know? But if you do go, Sunday's the day to go because it's not as many people there from the live streams that I saw. We went on Saturday, so. Hey, that thing's turned off. It doesn't work. Yay! All right. Well, we don't need that anyway. But yeah, so it was a fun time. It really was. But we've got some prints to show off. If you guys can see right behind me, right over my shoulder, right there, we bought a little new printer, a little resin printer. Yeah. And we've been printing a few things, and I wanted to show you guys some of the quality that those things are able to actually achieve. They're just a monster nonsense of amount of post-processing. And but the accuracy is mwah. That's what I say. The accuracy is mwah. And okay, let's why is that not coming up now? There we go. Doinder. You want to make a resin mirror? Oh, that's interesting. I actually hadn't seen about that. I heard about that one yet. Let's go ahead and get started, guys. I'm just excited to get through some of this stuff tonight because we have so many new projects coming up, and the great part is they're not that expensive. Once you actually have everything in place, which we have, so it's going to be very nice indeed. So let me show you guys something here. Let's start off with the new projects. Let's hit that screen right there. Jerry the Platypus, Partway. What's up? What's up? All right, everybody. So, first project, there's going to be two projects out of this, actually. We're going to be building this. It's called the Ender Duo. And it's where you take two Ender 3s and create a Core XY printer. Now, I'm going to take it a step further and do something nobody else has done. I'm going to use, see, these are, let's go to, that is that printer right there. Old, small, pretty cool, but not really. What's up with this camera? It's got artifacts all over the place. But it's it's okay, right? It's not the greatest. But we're going to make it fast. We're going to make it stable. So that's a plus, right? But this thing here, the most I'm going to have to buy is the belts for right up here, and the bearings, and a few other bits and bobs. And now the author says you want to have this plate, have this plate crafted in aluminum. It's a 220 build plate, 220. I'm going to initially print it out of ABS and see where we go from there. I do know that it will, over time, stretch. I understand this. But for the sake of doing the project and testing it out, we're going to do it that way. What I haven't figured out is what kind of hot ends I'm going to put on it just yet. I'm thinking, let's see, where is it? I'm thinking Voron hot ends. What do you guys think? Mini stealth burners? Full-size stealth burner? But this is an adaptation right here to use the actual existing equipment, which I could do. But we want this to be a little bit more accurate and a little bit faster, right? That's what I'm saying. So this is what I'm thinking is let's do better hot end. I mean, it would be stupid to go like Revo, but and the fun part about this particular process is this is using about 85% of the original hardware of the Ender 3. Now, here's the kicker. I'm going to be doing it with two of these as well. I don't want your ad right now. Ender 3 Max Neos, 300 by 300 build volume. I have one. I just ordered a second one, a parts machine, 68 bucks on eBay. So this, can we say fake Voron? So there's going to be a little bit of design and development involved because obviously the dimensions are not the same. But that's the fun of it. So 300 by 300 by 320 build volume is the original. And we're going to make it a Core XY. Because I want a 300 by 300 build volume Core XY. I just don't want to spend the money right now. I'll be honest, I can't afford to build a Voron or a Trident. Yeah, that's big. Yeah, it's big. So this is going to be one epic project. The nice thing about this is these have dual Z axis. So I can literally modify the project instead of using a 2-axis system. As you guys can see here, for the Z, I can go all 4 if I wanted to. Just park one at each corner here, relocate the power supply, and boom is, yeah, heck yeah. And then we're going to have to design an enclosure for it because I wanted to be able to print ASA. Just like I'm enclosing my flash forge so I can print the ASA that I have, because I can print it now, but it just doesn't work out that well, or as well as I want it to. Yes. So there's a couple of projects all involved in this one project, and the creator of this, Sergi Ibris, Sergi Ibris, I can't pronounce his last name, but Sergey, thank you so much for this, because this is so much simpler than doing an Ender NG and way less expensive by far. And the beautiful part is I have extra parts, so I can actually put this rail in here that's not there for extra rigidity, because I have extra 2020 extrusions everywhere. And I could actually do 2 the Ender NG, not Ender, but the regular Ender duos, and then we're going, and then start off, we're going to be doing 1 of the Ender Max Neo duos, or Duenders. So I'm going to be contributing quite a bit to his actual project there. It's an amazing setup, and it works flawlessly, guys. I mean, absolutely flawlessly. So stay tuned for that, because the parts are relatively inexpensive. I have a little bit of money left over from my Twitch paycheck, so I can get those parts. We've already got the printer. So let's get ready to actually do some fun things on the upcoming live streams, guys, because we're going to have weeks upon weeks of content. Because I'm not going to work on it other than printing stuff off stream, printing, the actual parts, because that just takes forever. But for the most part, it's all going to be done live with you guys. I mean, I'm just saying, can't get any better than that, right? This is interesting, though. I just got, this is something I got to, pop out there, guys. There are, 20, 25 of you over on Twitch right now. There are 3 over on YouTube, and I advertised this. Now there's 2 on YouTube. I advertised this 2 days ago that I was doing this stream tonight, and I promoted it through Discords like an hour ago. It's very interesting. Does nobody want to watch it when I actually make content? Oh, let's snooze those Twitch ads for 5 minutes. Let's snooze those Twitch ads for 5 minutes. But, yeah, bearings, belts, and he says the aluminum plates. Nah. Jork? Is that right? Jork? Jork? Welcome, my friend. Oh, my. I'm so glad you guys are here. I mean, this just makes everything fun tonight, But, and he's constantly still developing this project, so there's a lot of it that's changed since the last time I looked at it. But for the most part, you need, 5 meters of G2 belt, 6mm G2 belt, and 20 bearings. George of the Jungle, George. George. Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. But we've already got all the files downloaded for this. Um, there's a number of changes that we're going to be doing as well. And he got some of his ideas from this project here. I know I actually went through and looked at that. Am I making my own 3D models? If so, which programs do you use? I use Fusion 360, Tinkercad for the most part for structural and you know and actual parts. I don't get into sculpting and modeling at the moment because I'm not good at it and I haven't had time to learn. But when I start getting into that, I'm going to be getting a graphics tablet so that I can use Blender appropriately. I know a lot of people say just go get an iPad and sculpt using an iPad. Um, Somebody want to sponsor me an iPad, I'll happily do it that way. I just don't have the money to buy a $700 iPad Pro. So that's the trick about that is the iPads are not cheap. Blender's free, but I will be needing to buy some fans. I know that. And we am I on Thingiverse? No. I am on printables. As a matter of fact, I will bring up my profile here. Back to this display. Let's see. Just Ryan Media. Nope, that is not the right profile. Did I actually relist it? Wait. This is the right profile, I think. No. Curious. It's me. Hold on. Let's go here and go to printables. Oh, see, somebody created a somebody created a profile to mimic mine. This is my profile. Look at the logo right here. It's the purple and logo that says JRM. But this is some of the stuff that I've done. I don't have all of my models, up there. So the funniest one of all is obviously the double roll paper towel holder because it looks like something else. But I'll tell you what, it holds a double roll paper towels. It does. These are inserts for Craftsman metal toolboxes. A buddy of mine asked me to do for him. And I've got a bunch of stuff that I still need to put up there. Here's my custom spool holders. These are literally the first thing I ever put up there. So, yeah. Oh man, excuse me, my nose is kicking my butt. I got a scratch. Allergies. Excuse me. I need to hold on. I gotta mute. My cam is in the way of the logo. It's not in the way of the logo now. Wifey. But yeah, this is not me. Don't go to this profile. I need to find out whose profile this. I got to contact printables. This is somebody stole my image. Yeah, it's right next to it, right there. Yeah, this is the proper one right here. What do you mean I'm going to get myself in trouble? With who? With you? I'm always in trouble with my wife, so I'm kind of curious what she's talking about there. But yes, yes, printables is my favorite place, and things.com is awesome as well. I don't own a bamboo printer, so I have not put anything up on Maker World because yeah, that's all bamboo stuff. Even though they have some really slick stuff to download. I want to know what my wife means by I'm going to get myself in trouble. You mean with YouTube or Twitch or with you? Come on, lady, speak up. I love messing with my wife. I don't have to yell at you and be a smartass. Oh my gosh, are you moody tonight? So, bye, guys. Okay, all right. Let's go to. So we've got a few of the projects. I'm not going to give out all of the projects yet, but we got a few of the projects announced. So the Duo Ender projects is going to be a huge thing. And oh, by the way, we're going to be replacing all the boards and everything. We're going to be using Manta boards, Manta 8s across the board. You get the joke? Uh-huh. Big Tree Tech's Manta 8 boards. So I'm going to be reaching out to them for see if they give me a little bit of help. You know, even just a little bit of help would be great. And I'm going to be reaching out to LDO Motors to see if they can help me out with some motors that we can make it a little bit faster. Because I'm sorry, Creality, I love you, but your motors are slow as sin. But you guys see this nasty thing right here? You guys see this? You guys see this right here? This is what my son had me print on backing up scene file. That's okay. That's cool. On my resin printer, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. I will repeat, it's disgusting. I mean, what the heck? Oh yeah, there he is. There he is. Dark Shine Thrall. There he is. Blame him. Clown hammer. What's the word? Disgusting. Yeah, it's an unclean something or another. And he had me print this thing out, and I'm like, what the hell? But it's very unique looking. But now, the reason I wanted to show you this, I wanted to show you this painting camera. And let me kill me. Okay, fine. Take that off. Oops, or whatever. Thought it was a Rorschach. Let me show you guys this thing because we printed this off and the level of this camera sucks. There you go. The level of detail is insane. There's absolutely no way that an FDM printer would be able to do this. So resin has its place in the world. Looks like something from Warhammer. You would probably be right. Oh, he's definitely gonna have fun painting this thing. But I printed Slimer. I printed Slimer. Slimer is much nicer. Yes, it is from Warhammer. No, 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 no. Turn the camera a little bit. And then I also printed this guy, a little PUBG dude. Woo! Okay, this camera is way, way overexposed. Stand by, everybody. Painting cam, configure. Turn off autofocus. And let's get the contrast down. Turn the brightness down. Let's see. Let's see if Slimer. There we go. Slimer looks so much nicer now. And then here's the PUBG guy. I mean, that looks better than any toy you're ever going to pull out of a Walmart. You can see the creases in his jeans. Look at this. I ain't scared of no ghost. Fun fact, I am absolutely enamored with Ghostbusters. I have been since I was a child, so we're just gonna leave him set like that. Here, we'll put the grotesque thing front and center, move the funnel around. But hence the reason that on the screen there, I have uh, a little goal so I can purchase a proper wash and cure station because I'm using a piece of Tupperware and some grow lights right now to wash and cure these things. And it's a messy process. And it takes like 12 hours for it to cure. Let me do this. And pull this down. There we go. Now everybody's in the screen. But what's everybody's thoughts on the Ender Duo project? The Duo Ender. You know, this thing over here. Not that thing. That thing's grotesque and ugly. Where's the screen, man? Get that out of there. Put this back up here. Go back to this. Go back to this. Go back to this. There we go. What's everybody's thoughts on this? Is anybody actually looking forward to coming back a couple times a week to watch the build process of this? How is removing the resin supports? Super easy. Oh, wow, they were easy as heck. I was so shocked that they were simple. Now, pulling the part off of the build plate, that was a lot harder. Those those things adhere to a build plate like I've seen no other. And my kid Darkside says he's going to need more greens. Yeah, he needs more green paint. He has a job; you can buy it. I mean, to me, the only thing you need is OD green. That's the only green that's good. So what will end up happening is I have 5 enders in this room right now, and that will leave one left. And I'm thinking about putting it on my wife's desk. So all I have in here is Core XY printers because as much as I want to reach out for sponsorships and, other things like that, guys, I'm not that big yet. I know that. I really want to, but I got to do things within my price range. But I got to do things that will also highlight the hobby and what you can do with these machines. Um, no, I like Core XY printers. Oh,
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Pally Peridonna. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. You get one of those per month and you decided to give it to me. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you so much. But there's a lot of other projects out there that just came about. Armored Turtle just came out with their new project. Um, let me see here. Armored Turtle. I think it's on their website. This is not Armored Turtle's website. It's on their GitHub. I know that. That's the box turtle. Where is the new printer? Eh? Chat. Does anybody know where the actual printer is? They just announced it at Rocky Mountain. This thing is insane. I thought they had a website for it already. Huh. Armored Turtle 3D printer. That's a box turtle filament changer. Turtle. Yeah, the AT2 right there. AT2. Look at this thing. Look at it. I want to build one right here. This is it right here, guys. This was at Rocky Mountain. This is an exceptional looking machine. And what's really weird, if we look at the side here, is that a water cooling reservoir? I never did get to ask the question, but yes, it is. It is sick. I absolutely love this design too. Nice and boxy. So this is going to be awesome. 850 milliseconds squared sustained printing. No, it's not big. It's actually, the printer itself looks big, but it's actually not big. It's about, I think it's, what was it, a 200 build volume or 180? It's actually smaller than what I've got already. But this thing is just absolutely sick. And there's other projects that we're going to be doing as well. I'm not going to be building any box turtles, but I will be building two of the these the happy lettuce the happy turtle lettuce feeders. Same thing. You just have to use your own dry boxes or what have you to feed the filaments. These are very, very important because I want to do multicolor printing, and it doesn't cost a lot of money to build these. So, and I will have almost everything other than, I'm missing $30 in parts that I bought off of AliExpress that they did not send to me because of some sort of issue. They ended up refunding my money and irritating the snot out of me. I mean, yeah, I would absolutely love, guys. I would love to just be able to go, go to Creality or someplace else. Give me a K2 Plus, man. I don't got that kind of money. You guys want to give me that money? I will take it, but I don't have it. I see a Killer Prince. What's happening, buddy? But yeah, so the big projects for the next coming Shrimp Father, what's happening? Martin, good to see you guys. Good to see you. But the big projects for the next coming weeks is going to be building not only the normal do enders of the normal ender 3s, but taking 2 of these and doing a do ender project, which is going to take me some engineering because they're not the same size, obviously. But it's going to be a fun thing to do. And, everything I've seen and read and all that good stuff says these things are solid. I mean, and then we're going to be replacing all the electronics in it. The boards are going to be replaced with Manta 8s. The motors hopefully will get replaced with something cool from LDO. We're going to be replacing the hot end with something really cool that I don't know yet. I need suggestions for that because, frankly, I don't know. I'm thinking about boron or dragon hot ends. I don't know. That'll be something we figure out. That's going to be like the last part, right? Because you got to get it all together before you can print with it, obviously. But we're going to do a lot of cable management, make sure it's all good and clear. So that's going to be a very fun set of projects. And like I said, I have 4 Ender 3s to actually convert over. And I will have 2 of the Ender 3 Max Neos. So I'll end up having 2 of the Ender 3 Core XYs and then 1 of the Ender Max Neo Core XY. So 235 build volumes, 220 actual build volume, and then 1 300, which will, if you look, that's going to make a lot of space on this table behind me, on my shelving behind me. So, I'm going to only need one side of it. The other side I can use for displaying prints or something until I get more printers. That's going to be the fun thing. And as you guys can see, I actually, for the resin printer right there, I actually have a high-speed fan, which I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a 4-inch dryer hose going up here and over around, and then exiting right through an ABS printed window mount that I made, a window hood. There we go. So that I can get rid of that resin smell. It doesn't work. I mean, the smell stays, but the toxins don't. So I'm happy about that. But for those just showing up, let me show you guys what we were doing on what I printed over the last week before Rocky Mountain with the resin printer. If I can find there we go. So we've got Slimer. Look at Slimer. I mean, you guys, look at that. The base is actually 3D printed, but I glued him to the base, and we're going to be painting him soon. Look at the shine on that, man. Oof. Then we got a little PUBG guy, and then we got this thing that my kid made me print yesterday. It is grotesque. The level of detail is insane. And then I printed a funnel because that was the sample file that came with it. So the resin printer works really, really well. It doesn't use as much resin as I actually expected. My nose is driving me completely bonkers. Bao Cierro, hola, ¿cómo está? Cody, what's going on? What is your resin printer? This one is the Anycubic Photon Mono 4. I picked it up off of eBay in the Anycubic's refurbished store for, it was $80, $82 plus, and then I had a 15% off coupon, so I got it for like 70 something with free shipping. So it was a really good deal for a $240 printer, $219. Yeah, they're great looking prints. Believe it or not, I am using, where's let me grab this back here. I'm using the absolute cheapest resin I can buy. It's $13 for 1,000 grams. 13 bucks. I bought that on Amazon. I was like, I'm gonna need two, and I haven't even ran through a quarter of a bottle yet. But these, yeah, the prints are absolutely amazing. I mean, Sunblue doesn't have bad quality stuff at all. I use their PLA a lot, especially when I'm prototyping, because it's really inexpensive. And then when I want to do final products, then I'll switch over to my good stuff that I call good stuff. Polymaker. And I'll either depending on what it needs to be, I'll print it off in PETG, ABS, or even PLA. Um, but it's for stuff you're going to have around the house, little ornaments and stuff. It's great. Of course, nothing in PLA is structurally, the good stuff. Polymakers, the Cookie Cad is. Oh, I visited their booth at Rocky Mountain. I was super, super impressed. This They have colors that nobody else has, and I really, really liked it. Um, everything with Cookie Cat is bright colors, and especially matte colors. I have 1,001 different projects in my mind that I could use Cookie Cat stuff for. But at Rocky Mountain, guys, there's going to be a dedicated video. I did get to talk to Joel at Polymaker. Wife went on a shopping trip at Micro Center for her birthday, and holy food, they're all, yeah, yep. A lot of Micro Center's filament is actually, a lot of the Inland brand stuff is made by Polymaker. So, but I did get to talk to Joel from Polymaker quite a bit, so I'm going to have a dedicated video of that. There was a small section of it, of his and I's talk, that was dedicated to what they're doing to actually fix the catalog issue, which is, it was meant to be a joke, but he actually went into detail, and I was very thankful about it. Man, he's a really, really nice guy, And he told me, he goes, if you contact me, you don't ever get a hold of me, just bug the living hell out of me. I'll eventually answer. All right, that's what I plan to do. It was a good time. Good time. Meeting everybody, was the absolute, just the bomb. I loved it. Drav, what's happening? Welcome. How you doing? And of course, I don't think anybody on Twitch can hear me right now because it's an ad break for another 10 seconds. But yeah, so we have just a little bit of recap, everybody. We have the Ender Duo projects. Get that out of the way so you guys can see the full screen. We're going to be doing the regular Ender 3 plus the Ender 3 Max Neo. Just a bit of Storm in Tennessee like usual. That sounds about right. Emerald Mine, what's happening? Greetings and welcome. I've actually been going through the CAD, the CAD file for this. The funny thing is he actually says he printed this out in PETG. I'm printing it out in ASA. So hopefully it'll be a little bit stronger. I mean, PETG is got some decent strength to it, but let me see here. The step file, download. And then he actually provides his Clipper config too, which is absolutely epic. Because setting up a brand new Clipper config is a just big old pain in the butt. So let me open. No, I don't want to open that. No, it's going to open it up in FlashForge. Oh my God. Come on. I think I get paid enough for live streams. Really? You know how much I've made off of YouTube live streams in the past 4 months? $5. $5. And I'm using YouTube as an example since that's where you're coming from. What's up, Havoc? Drev, I mean, I honestly, bro, why would you even say something like that? That just seems a little bit narrow sighted to think that just because I got, 14,000 subs on YouTube, that I actually make money. You know, super chats and donations and all that are the only way I can keep the channel going because I don't get ad revenue on YouTube. And if you're wondering about my Twitch paycheck, what happened? Oh, there we go. If you're wondering about my Twitch paycheck, it was $270 last month. And that's with 87,500 followers. So yeah, I don't make a living off of this. I do this for enjoyment. Would I love to make a living off of it? You're darn skippy. Would I love to do it so I could actually do more projects? Oh yeah. You know, that's the whole reason I do fundraisers and stuff because I don't have that kind of money. So yeah, you know, I'm not trying to be rude or nothing here, but you know, that's just you know, it's one of those things that you go, well, how do I respond to this? You know, Autodesk needs to get rid of this 10 document, you know, limiter. Okay, yeah, this is a big file, so it's going to take a while to open up while we're talking. Just learn FreeCAD. Cody, I've tried. I have tried. Thank you, Mythical, for the biddies. Thank you for those 11 bits. I appreciate it. I have tried to learn FreeCAD. Oh, God, I have. It's so annoying, though. I need to put more effort into it. The problem is I'm familiar with Fusion 360, and I'm familiar with, SolidWorks. It's just so different. Ta-da! And of course, it imported it on the incorrect plane. That's hilarious. Yep. Now I'm going to view it upside down. But yeah, there she is. We're going to have to take some dimension changes. And, you know, once we get into things to start making things into the Max project, see, these are dimensionally accurate for the Ender 3. Couldn't tell you, my friend, couldn't tell you. Going to lose 2 printers to make 1? I'm going to lose 4 printers to make 2. Actually, I'm going to lose 6 printers to make 3. Because we're going to be taking 2 of the Ender 3s, 4 of the Ender 3s that I have, and creating 2 of the Duos. And then we're taking the hello. We're taking 2 of the Max Neos, and we're going to have to do some engineering and do the same thing. What's up, JPP? How you doing, buddy? But what I'll walk away with is 3 more modern printers than I have now. So, and they'll be Core XYs instead of bed slingers. And at that old bed slinger technology. I mean, guys, I'm not going to put down bed slingers because this right here, this thing kicks butt. Yeah, 6 mid to low tier to 3 high tier, not super high tier. I mean, I'm not going to be getting 300 millimeters cubed per second out of them. I know that. I do know that I will be getting somewhere in the realm of 150 to 200 without changing literally everything on them. You know, these things, the Creality High, oh my God, these things are they're killer. The Anycubic Cobra 3 is killer. So bed slingers have their purpose. I mean, Prusa hasn't changed a thing, and the bed slinger is killer. So yeah, I'm not going to put down bed slingers, but I will put down old Ender technology. We're going to put it to bed and create something new. It's called upcycling. Besides, it creates content, and I like doing that, especially when it doesn't cost a lot. You know, for all 3 of these printers, I'm going to be spending about $65 in parts. Louis Rodrigo, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. The Mark 3S, oh, that's a good printer. Sobal SV06, definitely good. Both those good printers, absolutely. I know the SV06 had its issues, and those were all firmware issues. SV08 is, oh yeah. I mean, it's solid. Definitely a solid machine. I am probably going to be getting a what? There's an HP LaserJet Pro MFP wireless black and white. What are you talking about, Drab? That makes no sense. You decided to use a bunch of leftover parts to make a cappy? Where's that project, Havoc? I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. It's not a 3D printer, Drab. That's a paper printer. We use 3D printers to print plastic and make things. Happy. Is that on GitHub? Oh, it's on printables. Ooh, that's nifty. What is that, like a 180 build volume? No, it's even smaller than 180. It's 120 with a dragon burner tool head. With a dragon burner of all things. Oh my. The dragon burner costs more than the entire printer. I'm gonna have to save that one. But yeah, you guys, you look at some of the other printers and parts upgrades. You look at some of the projects that are up here. I was looking at this the other day. I am highly interested in this thing. Out of pocket about $50, yeah. I am super interested in this. This thing 300 by 600. I mean, oh my, this looks so good. You've seen his build vlogs? That's awesome. Good old Flash Forge is like a good product. I love Flash Forge. I love my M5. It's sitting right behind me. And I would like a couple more of them, as a matter of fact, because they are solid machines. Once you put the, put the casing on them, 279 is dirt cheap for what they do. It honestly is. That looks cool. You want to what? 600 cubes. Wow, that's a big. That would be a big one, yeah. But I don't know. Just the thought of this strange offset of 300 by 600, you could print some really cool stuff with that. Why don't I have this one on my hardware list either? You won't. Well, just go buy an Orange Storm Giga. They're only 4.5 feet tall and 1,000 by 1,000. Supermanica, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? But the Elegoo Carbon, the Centuri products, I am highly interested in those as well. For prefab printers, you can't go wrong with a $300 and $200 bill. Honestly, you can't. And here's the original Soval Zero LCD screen mount. I want to build a Zero one of these days just for the fun of it. $500 more than the Venturi. Yeah, that's true. See, 0NG. What? This thing is so. I don't even know what. Why? Why? My printables handle is just Ryan Media. Didn't we already discuss that? Here, let me do this. Let me go. Um, let's open up a new tab. Of course, can't spell media. Here, we'll I'll just paste my profile in chat. There you go. It's Dread, I don't know if you're just being intentionally obtuse or what's going on, but just chill, bro. We're just having a good time here. Go Angels! Hola, ¿cómo está? Shrimp Island. Why not? Seriously though, why do this? This is insane. Look at this. They got coolers on the they got blowers on the motors. They probably this thing probably cooks though. I'll tell you what. And I'll guarantee it costs more than $50 to build. I mean, yeah, because you can. Yeah, we're gonna put that in the hardware list anyway, just because. So, the question I've got, everybody, wait, what? Tool changer? The what? What is this? I don't even know what kind of hot end that is. Looks like a bamboo hot end. Now, quantity right now isn't as much as quality for me. I saw this the other day, guys. This is sick. It was made out of a CD-ROM. Yeah, it's an ugly tool head on that thing. But this thing is made out of a CD-ROM. Or a couple of them, actually. Yeah, okay, that's amazing. Yeah, I forgot to do that one as well. I usually put most of these in my hardware list, but this tool changer thing, there's only one file. So I'm going to download that and take a look at it later. Didn't I add that into a list there? I think I did. Well, the fun part is you got a recycling place, Cody. Just go get it done. What's up, Zach? How you doing, brother? How you doing? You have a 3D model of Minecraft Steve in your head, or Wednesday from the Addams Family. You can do both. I actually printed out a model of Wednesday on the FlashForge printer just to show its accuracy. I hopefully will be doing this conversion to my FlashForge printer fairly soon. Converting the Adventure 5M to using the Creality X1 hot end or X1C. There was another project that I was going to do that I was looking for it, but that one will do too. But no, the Ender Duos is going to be the big project for now, and then we're going to get to kicking butt with that. Lemontron, the cheap version of a positron. Oh yeah, it's bamboo, isn't it? X1 or X1C? Is it? I don't know. I don't keep track of bamboo's nonsense anymore. It's not that they're bad printers. I just get so tired of the drama around them. Wait, what? What the heck? Chad, I wanted to be the first one to do this. Oh, come on. Clockwork. Why did you have to beat me to it? Oh, wait, that's an NG. No, that's an NG. It's not the Duo. That's an NG. So I can still be the first one to do it. Yeah. No problem. The problem with the NG is you have to replace so many parts, right? I mean, they're literally when I did the build price out for the Ender 3 NG, and it was going to be somewhere around $150 in parts. Yeah, well, I mean, JPP, that's what we're doing. The second Ender 3 Max Neo is ordered, and I just got to order bearings and belts. That's all I got to order, and then we can start putting it, getting it all put together. So that's not a big deal. And instead of using the aluminum angle brackets that it says it requires for them, I'm going to print them on the resin printer in ABS, just because I can. And because I know it also works, because there's other people that have done printed them out on their STM printers in ABS to save money instead of using aluminum. Aluminum. But there's a lot of projects out there. A lot of them. Look, here's a rook. I've actually seen where somebody's taken and used parts off of an Ender 3 to build two Ender 3s to build a rook. That's actually not that difficult. And if you compare the two projects, they're pretty similar, just in a different scaling. The Roll-O-Han server is great. Really? Yeah, K1 and K2. Yeah. You're right, Havoc. You have returned. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. SVO8 toolhead with a bamboo hot end. See, one of the things that I get so Canrog has a scale. Yes, I know that. Yeah. Yeah, that was sick. One of the things that I don't appreciate about FlashForge and some other manufacturers out there is their hot ends are always out of stock. That's why I'm converting mine to stuff that is readily available, even if I have to do it with bamboo. I don't care. I'm just so tired of having to, scrounge for hot ends. What? Water cooling kit from Mellow. And? Well, thanks for coming by, JPP. Appreciate you, brother. So yeah, you guys, I've pretty much gone through the content that I wanted to go through tonight. Just letting you guys know what's happening with the projects. It wasn't going to be a great big long stream tonight. You know, I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited because we have so much, you know, that we're going to be doing, and hopefully that'll lead to bigger things down the road. Possible sponsorships and good stuff like that. But I do know this. In order to get anywhere, in order to get anywhere in the makerspace in content creation and be able to bring in those sponsorships, you actually have to show content, not just live streams. So that's what I'm looking towards, and I'm happy to put in the work, and maybe let's even do some development, maybe I'll build my own printer. Who knows? Somebody go give me some extrusion. Let's get going. But yeah, there's all sorts of neat stuff out there, everybody, that if you guys want to get into 3D printing, it doesn't take $1 billion to do it. I'll give you an example. LTX Design, what's up? But you guys, for those of you that are not 3D printer, enthusiasts yet, but you want to be, there are so many things you can do and get. I own the FlashForge printer. That was my first Core XY. It has been rock solid, even through all the issues that I've had. The Anycubic Cobra 3 combo doesn't have a lot of issues, and they are solid. My oldest son just bought one. After I convinced him not to buy the $450 A1 that was at Rocky Mountain. I mean, I got to chat about this one real quick. I got no problem with people trying to make money, but $100 over retail, just because you're at a retail, you're at a show. All those people walking out with bamboo printers from Rocky Mountain, that was a hard thing for me to watch. Not because of the controversies and everything around bamboo. It had nothing to do with the bamboo name. It was the fact that those folks were charging so much money. It was they were on the swap meet side. Who was that? They had like stacks and stacks of filament and stacks of bamboo printers. I'm trying to think who that was. 3DSHQ, I think that was, because they were right over by the concessions in the South Hall. They were screwing people on those things. I showed my son on my phone because he's like, I'm just gonna get one. I'm like, kid, look, Amazon A1 Mini, $349, $450. It was $100 over cost over retail cost of all things. And they're just screwing people right and left. I'm like, oh my God. And people were walking out with A1 minis and P1Ps and A1s. And I'm like, oh my God. Does nobody do research? Or is it just the fact that it's convenient and it's right here? I had to stop my son from blowing an extra $100 that I said, you can go get this plus, an a CFS, AMS, MMU, whatever you want to call it, and go buy yourself $100 worth of filament. And I really wanted to go up to, go find Justin and go, bro, those folks are just steamrolling folks. But then again, I said no, because it's people's choice to be idiots. So you're pretty sure it was a convenience thing. Yeah, probably. It was, but I wasn't going to let my kid fall for it. What does it show on their site right now? Let's go look. Let's just go. Hey, go to the right one. The A1, buy now, still $50 more. But this unit includes. Okay, no, it does not include. They screw that up right there. So it's $399 or $549 for the A1 combo. They had the A1 combos for $750. I don't mind people making money, but don't buy retail and then resell at a higher value than retail. If you're a 3D printing company, you should be getting these things at a wholesale rate, which tells me I know what the cost wholesale is on bamboo. That printer, at least 2 weeks ago, was, should I say it? I might get in trouble. It's not. This is not. No. This is tariff pricing right now, $399. But these were all old boxes, by the way. It's like they brought this old stock out of their store and brought it to Rocky Mountain. So, okay, I'm going to let you guys in on something, all right? Before I tell you what the price is. As you guys know, I am, for the most part, retired and disabled with no money. I'm working with a friend of mine who has money to set up a online virtual store. And in order to do that, you still have to get a retailer's license here in the state of Colorado for certain things. And in doing that, I started calling around to different places, getting wholesale pricing so we could get a business plan together to see which would be the most effective products for printers, not just parts, but printers to sell. And I got a hold of not bamboo, but a bamboo distributor. So it's a third-party wholesale, so they're still making money too. The A1, they told me that if I were to buy them in lots of 10, I could buy them at $300, $301 each. That was by far the lowest price that I had actually seen so far in any of the contacts that I had made. The same company also sells Anycubic stuff. They sell Creality stuff, but I have to buy it in blocks of 10. Excuse me. No, not the combo, just the printer. Not the A1 Mini, just the A1. So that's almost full $100 off of what retail is. But what we've been trying to do is trying to figure out whether it would be economical to set up an online store, because he's really wanting to blow a bunch of money. And I said, just give it to me. He goes, no, we actually have to have something to show for it. What's up, 3D Medic Vince? How you doing, buddy? Welcome. So he's like, you got any business ideas that would work? I said, well, this is what I'm into right now. It's blowing up. It's pretty big. And, there's a lot of places out there that sell a lot of parts, but there's not a lot of places that sell, that are combined to sell a boatload of printers from a boatload of manufacturers. Everybody seems to, specialize in this particular type, or this particular type, or this particular type. Small print farm show, stuff like that. Yeah, you're a charitable foundation. So am I, Kleinhammer. So am I. But so my buddy George and I, we were talking, and I was like, all right, dude, this is what I thought. And he goes, well, what if we incorporated this? And it's starting to blow up into something that I don't like. And yeah, he wants to incorporate computers and all this other crap into it. And I'm like, no, we don't need any more damn online computer stores. Computers lose money. 3D printers don't. I said, the big thing is to become resellers for filament. That's where the money's going to be coming. But your initial sales are going to be, combos. You sell printers plus filament, printers plus AMS plus filament, combo units, what have you. So, but I did a bunch of research over the last month now, and I got pricing on all sorts of. Get this, the Century Carbon, they don't make any money on it. Of course, it's a new release product, and it's already way too low price as it is. Yeah, don't try to buy those wholesale, because, yeah, they're going to charge you mostly retail. The real Ron, what's up? ¿Cómo está? I talk with the current tariff situation. It's going to be a temporary thing. There's a lot of places that are holding off on raising their prices because they can sustain 3 to 6 months of these tariffs without raising their prices for the most part. From what these companies have told me, and there are some that are preemptively doing it, like Bamboo. They're done. Creality's done the same thing. Most of the filament companies have done the same thing, and some of them are simply absorbing it for now. So I don't know. I am so sick of sitting on my ass. I'm going to be straight up with everybody. I've sat on my ass basically since I stopped doing the customer service job that I had I left it in August or September of 2022, something like that. Was it October? I don't know. My memory's not so good. So it's basically 2.5, 3 years now that I have literally sat on my ass, and my body hasn't gotten any better, even with all the work I put into trying to get better. Doing all the things the doctors, require of me. So I want to go out and build another business. I had a successful cell phone business, August of 23. Sorry, thank you. So 2 years. But I had a successful cell phone repair business and computer repair and network consulting shop before COVID. And because I couldn't order parts from China, that ended up going away. Went out of business very, very soon, shortly after COVID started. And it was a good thing I did, because that's the exact same time my doctor decided to medically retire me, she actually retired me previous December, but I refused. I want to go do something with my life. I want to be a productive member of society, and even just owning an online business keeps me busier than I am now. So that's what I was looking forward to. At this point, I don't think I'm going to, my buddy and I are going to actually go through with these plans. My wife doesn't even know most of these plans because I haven't told her because they weren't set in stone. They weren't even real at the time. But and the reason I didn't contact any of these manufacturers directly is because I didn't want to get in trouble in case I talked about stuff on stream, because that really limits you of what you can speak about if you actually, because you get wholesale pricing, they're going to make you sign a damn NDA. Yeah. But there's a lot of things that I want to do, and I'm trying to do anything I can in order to be productive and um, contribute to society. And the biggest thing I'm doing right now is spreading kindness, because I know that's what my daughter would want. And I don't want to put things on a downer, towards the end of the show, guys. But I'm doing what I can to make myself happy, and hopefully, you guys get some enjoyment out of what I'm doing. The 3D printing stuff, my gaming stuff, and I appreciate all the support I've gotten so far. Um, but as I've always got, some sort of fundraiser up there for something or another, um, you know, not to get all religious, the Lord provides in strange ways. Um, they usually end up, you know, getting fulfilled partially at least, um, even if it's not on stream. But I can't afford this stuff, you know. SRWAOSXD. I don't know how to pronounce that at all, but thank you for those 24 bits. I appreciate you. And I know that not a lot of people have a lot of money right now either. That's why I don't try to badger people. I just say, if you've got it, it would help. If you don't worry about it. Just spread the word and, let people come. But like I said, we have some cool prints that we showed off today that we did on the new resin printer Slimer. God, I love Ghostbuster stuff. This monstrosity that my son, he bought the STLs for this. I don't know why. Then we got a little PUBG dude. Oh, hey, come here. Oh, by the way, this PUBG dude, he's solid. He's literally solid. It's excuse me. And I'm going to be doing a lot more of the miniature stuff with the assistance of my son, because he's the one that's in the miniatures, and we'll be showing a lot of that off. Uh, my youngest son, and I'm thinking I can get my 19-year-old, a little bit more involved as well. So this is a USB and not a CAN bus, or is it? I don't know. I'll have to go look at the board number and find out which it is. But that said, everybody, it is that time. I was only going to spend about an hour and a half on stream tonight because it has been a very, very long day. Let's go take a look, see who is live on each platform to see where we can send all of you good people over to. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. Okay, that's weird. Somehow my YouTube decided to lock up. And is it me or are there no other makers online on YouTube tonight? What the? Oh, wait, there's Dragon's Laser Engraving. Here, let me mute this and I'm going to send you guys over to Dragon's Laser Engraving. This guy's actually pretty cool. He does all laser engraving and I dig this stuff. One day I will have one of those. You guys have a great one, and we're going to go ahead and end everything over on YouTube. You guys check it, check out, and say hi to Dragon's Laser Engraving. We'll catch you in another one. And everybody over on Twitch,